Hey everybody, my first video, I didn't even know if I was in this page, so I deleted it because I just wasn't sure the entire time. So hope everybody is doing well. My name is Courtney and I am in sunny Arizona. Yes, I'm outside in a tank top by my pool and it is beautiful skies out. It was about 80 degrees today, so it was perfect. And so anyways, Nicole asked, or also, one thing I want to mention is that we just got done with an awesome Boss Babes event today. It was really, really fun. So got to speak there and share my story, and just on fire today. That just lifted me up and just inspired me to have the best day ever. So here I am sharing with you. So Nicole has asked me to do a little bit about customer care and also a little bit about customer acquisition, because I do have a lot of customers and I've been able to really obtain many customers, especially I've been, I think, top 25 times since I've started this journey of Juice Plus over the last 2.5 years. Yeah, I've been I've obtained top 20 like 5 times. So that was really cool. So what I'm going to share with you today is just a little bit about what I do for my Shred 10 customers. And so I love to keep in touch with my customers. I love texting with them. I love talking with them. I love to help them. And obviously you guys do too. But what I do is I learned a lot from Jake Kelly and how she does things too. So I kind of mirror that a bit. And what I do is as soon as I get a customer who's Shred 10 or even just Juice Plus, One Simple Change, I usually send them an email, and it contains the Mitra Ray, the new Mitra Ray 20-minute video that she does, or the webinar. It's like 20 minutes long, and she really goes into why we detox and we cleanse. And then in that same email, I will give the customer the shred guidelines, and I'll also give them the link to the cookbook. And what I do is I ask them to watch that video. I ask them to take a look at the shred guidelines, and then they also have to take a before picture and send it to me. Once they've done all 3 of those things, that is when I add them to our Facebook page. And not until they do those things, then I don't add them to the Facebook page before that. And the reason is just because we want them to get education on why they're doing this. A little bit more education never hurts. So that's what we do. And once they get into the Facebook page, they absolutely love it. I am our team is working with Sidelines. It's Ali Schneider as well as AJ Majors. So it's Kim and me and Rhonda and a bunch of people on our team who are working with these Sidelines, and we have created this group together. And the reason why it works out really, really well is because there are so many different reps in here, not on the same team, that are posting in there all the time. We post in there a ton of recipes, a ton of snacks, a ton of education, lots of education on why we detox and what the detox symptoms are. We also give some information just from the different studies that are out there. So it's just pretty much a lot of education given on a daily basis. And our customers really do love it. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, the great thing is that we post regularly, and the customers are really jumping on, and they post regularly too, which is a lot of fun. One other thing that I do is I text my customers daily, and if you haven't seen the system guide on healthyrevolution.com, ask somebody on your team about the system guide. The system guide is great because it just gives reps information on what to text to our customers. So like on day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, if you're texting, they recommend like 3 times a day. I typically don't do 3 times a day. I typically do maybe once or twice a day. But just check in with them, asking them what they put in their smoothie that morning. Ask them how much water they've had that day, or ask them how much sleep that they got the night before, or how much they're moving, or if they've had any issues with eating past 6 p.m. or not eating past 6 p.m., etc. So those are just great things that I do that keeps me engaged with my customers. And one thing I do tell my customers when I sign them up is that I will be texting them a lot the first 10 days. So I definitely expect or to definitely expect me to be checking in with them. And they usually love that. So that's always a great thing. Also, when they're waiting for the product, I also send a package to them with some samples of some bars. And the reason why I send those is because some people are just unsure of what to do for snacks. So I send them each a cherry bar and a chocolate bar so that they have at least 2 snacks while they're getting started. And a lot of times it does end up in bar orders as well. So that's really, really cool. So it's a little bit of, it's a little bit of an investment, maybe $4 or $5 to send out the bars to them, but it really does make a huge difference. Let's see here. So that's what I typically do on customer care, is just always checking in with them on a regular basis. But Nicole also wanted me to touch on how I obtain customers, since I have quite a big customer base. And one of the biggest things that I've learned in this business is to build relationships. For instance, like Doug and I, my husband and I were sitting at a bar the other night, and we were having some food, and we met this guy who was an Arizona visitor, and he lived in Wisconsin. And we just kept on asking him questions, just establishing a relationship with him and really interested in him. So again, it's be interested and not interesting. So we were asking him tons and tons of questions, and we found out that his girlfriend was coming out to visit him the next week. And so at the end of our conversation, I asked him, I said, hey, I'd love to get together with you and your girlfriend soon. And these people are probably like 20, 30 years older than we are, but it was so cool. I'd love to get together with you guys when your girlfriend's out here next month or next week. And he said, yeah, we'd love that. So we did get together with them. We went out to dinner, and his girlfriend was very, very interested in what I was doing, because she was interested in health, and she was interested in the products. Ultimately she ended up ordering the night that I met her. So it was just cool, because I was able to, of course he didn't order, but it was something that I just made a relationship with him. He told her about me, and she just ended up ordering that night because she said that she needed energy. She needed this. So it was great. So that's how I have been obtaining a lot of customers. It's just building relationships and finding another way to keep in touch with them later on. So I do ask people to lunch a lot. I ask people to happy hour. And another thing that I do is, if people are not interested at that time in Juice Plus, like if someone's interested in the shred or something like that, but it's too expensive, or they just need to wait a little longer, then that's great. I was like, okay, sure, no problem. Do you have time? I would love to catch up with you. Anyways, do you have time to meet up in the next couple of weeks, or, for a drink or lunch? And they're always happy to do that. So, and that actually gets me customers too, because they think about me for the next couple of weeks while we're planning our event, or not event, but yeah, our lunch or dinner or something. And then we end up actually talking about the shred a little bit more, and then they actually join. So that's one thing that I do, is just ask people to go out all the time. So basically, never home. Another thing that I do for building up relationships is when I text Blitz, I ask them how they're doing. I don't always reach out and talk to them about the business or the product opportunity right away. When I'm texting people or when I'm messaging people on Facebook, I'm asking about them and how their life is and how their work is and how their job is. I don't really tend to ask them about if they're interested in opportunity right away. I just find out a little bit more about them first before I do that. And then sometimes, like, I will say, hey, we've had this while we're talking, yada, yada. So then I put my text out there to them, and they're like, oh, that sounds really interesting. I'd love to try the product first. So then that's how they become customers. Some of them love the product, and some of them, they don't stick with it. But those are a lot of the things that I do. One other big key thing for me is the book Go for No. I'm not sure if you've read it, but if you haven't, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a short read, and it's very effective. I used to be super scared of people saying no to me in anything or just getting rejected, and now I am like going for no. I'm like, I just need to ask them If they say yes, that's great. But if they say no, I'm okay with that. But I just need to ask the question. So go for no. So that's all I have for you guys for now. If you have any questions or if you need to reach out to me, feel free. Love to see you, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.